About 2 years ago, I lost a job because of my eating disorder. I had, I wouldn't say I had binge eating disorder, but I had a problem where if I was getting ready to eat and it was interrupted for some reason, I became very grumpy and had anger management problems. And I cussed out at a boss because we had been called unexpectedly to a meeting, and I kept thinking it was over. I wanted to get back to some food that I had prepared, and long story short, I cussed, and I got fired from my job. But you know what? I'm very thankful for that. That and a number of other related incidents that I got to involving my eating disorder. One of my resolutions at the beginning of 2020 was to normalize my relationship with food. And I am so glad I did that just ahead of, well, major interruptions to our food supply where oftentimes I would crave something and it just wasn't available. And the fact that I got fired 2 years ago may very well be the reason I didn't commit suicide or hurt myself over the last couple months. Food used to be a very sore point for me. There were times where I got very angry about and spending hours on the road looking for my favorite food. I didn't do any of that this time, thank God. And it wasn't the only, the getting fired 2 years ago wasn't the only incident that led me to correct my eating disorder. I had a conference in Macau 6, 7 months ago now, and I became miserable because I couldn't find my favorite food. I'm so glad I'm more able to take it or leave it. When I can't find my favorite baking chocolate or what else do I like? Raw fish. That's been a tough one now, right? And I usually use that as an opportunity to try something new or to even try something that isn't even food related, right? Go for a walk or enjoy the other spoils of life, right? I gotta say, I had a very disappointing situation a couple days ago, though, that made me realize that I need to watch myself a little bit more before I get fired again or run into trouble again. I had been preparing some food when something needed my attention. I had spilled something while putting groceries back into the refrigerator. My mouth was getting ready to eat, and I had this anticipation. I needed to clean the fridge. It took 2 minutes. When I get anticipatory and there's an interruption of some sort, that's when I run into trouble. Unfortunately, when I go back to the office, I know this is going to happen again. So I became very upset at myself for how I felt a few days ago. And tomorrow's the 4th of July. I'm hoping to get good photographs of fireworks and the lunar eclipse. I'm trying to think what I can do to strengthen my resolve a little bit, given what happened last week. I'm thinking that, if a good shot, if I like to take photographs of this stuff, comes up, I'm definitely going to have to put my food down to get that great shot, the perfect timing. And so it will be good practice if I have to momentarily wait 5 seconds or 10 seconds to get back to my food. It reminded me of Pavlov's experiment of ringing the bell and feeding the dog. I need to be a little bit stronger than that dog in the story. Thanks for watching.